Hello everybody, it's Mark Orr here with this week's blog. This week we're going to do something different, something a little bit fun. So let's start this few minutes off by asking you a question. Would you say that your income is common or uncommon? Well, let's take a look. Let's play the income game. There's my mouse here. Let's go. So if we're looking at American household income all across America, let's play the income game. And there's 5 questions I'm going to ask you, and then we're going to get to some taxes in a minute. But anyway, what income in the household, whether it's husband and wife or just one person only or whatever the household breakdown is based on the IRS, what household income would put you in the top half of all households in America? Now, jot it down if you've got a piece of paper there. If not, just make a mental note. What would be the household income that would put you in the top 25% of all American households? What income level would that be? Household adjusted gross income. Stop that. Okay, what about the top 10%? Okay, you write that number down? How about the top 5%? What would put you in the top 5% of all American incomes? What income level would that be? What number? Is it $500,000, $2 million? What's the number? I don't know what it is. We'll find out in a minute. And finally, you've heard about the 1%ers. What income level would put your household in the top 1% of all American households? Okay, you have that number? All right, so let's take a look at what those numbers actually are. I think you're going to be very much surprised and astounded at what the IRS says would put your income in the top 50%. If your household income is $34,338, you'd be making the top 0.5%. That means half of American households earn less than that, half earn more than $34,000. Surprised? How about the top 25%? It's only $69,000 of household income would put you in the top 25% of American households. Are you right? Were either of these numbers anywhere close to what you had them? Let's look at what the top 10% number would be. $116,000 and change would put your household in the top 10% of all American households in America. And the top 5%, what number did you have there? $161,500 would put your household in the top 5% of all Americans. Now, I bet you weren't anywhere near on that one. And when I did this income game a number of months ago, I was way off too, so don't feel bad. All right, here's the kicker. What household income would put you in the top 1% of all households in America? Are you even close? $369,000 income. Now, there's lots of households that make $1 million or more, but just to get in the 1%, you need $369,000 of income to be in the top 1%. Now we're going to get serious. That was the fun part of the game. So let's go down this other column here and look at the percentage of overall taxes paid. Now, this is personal income taxes, not corporate taxes. How much of all the IRS collects from Americans all across the country in personal income taxes as a percentage that the top 1% pay? Let's look. The top 1% pays 37% of all income taxes. How about the top 5%? Well, the top 5%, that includes the 1, pays 59% of all the money the IRS collects every year. The top 10%? The top 10% pays 70% of all the income taxes paid that the IRS collects from individuals and households across the country. Again, not corporate taxes. How about the top 25%? The top 25% of income, these people making the $69,000 are paying 87% of all taxes. So all these groups here are paying 87% of all taxes in America. And the top 50%, the top 50% are paying 97.6% of all taxes. That's 67 million households. I don't know if you can see that little thing right there. That means the other half, the 50% bottom half, are paying 2.4% of taxes. Now let me ask you a question. Do you think income taxes are going to go up, or do you think they're going to go down over time? Every time I ask somebody that, virtually every time, the answer is they think taxes are going to go up. Well, who do you think is going to pay those increased taxes? Is it going to be the top 50%, the top 25%, the top 10%? I don't know where it is, but it's not going to be the bottom 50% because there's no taxes left to be paid practically. So if you don't have a plan for your taxes and your income, whether it's for retirement down the road, the government is going to have a plan for you. We're $19 trillion in debt. Interest rates are at their lowest point in 30 years. And so the interest payments that come from our taxes on that debt is very, very low right now in terms of the percentage. You know, the 10-year Treasury bond today is at 2%. A 30-year Treasury's bond is under 3%. So we're paying very low interest expense on that $19 trillion of debt. Once interest rates starts to rise, oh yes, bond prices fall when interest rates rise. We all know that, but I'm talking about income taxes now. Once the interest rates rise on our government debt, our $19 trillion of debt, it's going to cause more pressure for income taxes to go up above and beyond Medicaid, Medicare, spending on wars, everything else. So I just wanted to play the income game with you. I bet very few of you got these numbers anywhere near what they actually are, but this is an astounding number, folks. The top 10% pay 70% of all U.S. income taxes. The top 25% pay 87%, and the top half of us pay 97% of all income taxes collected by the IRS. So I just thought that we'd have a little fun today and go through that exercise. And that's all for today. Bye now.